According to the United States Census Bureau, by the year 2034, there will be 78 million people 65 years and older. This is new territory for the United States, with projections that we will have fewer people under 18 years of age as compared with an aging population that is greater in number. The Census Bureau cites this phenomenon as the graying of America. Think of an elderly person that has played a significant role in your life. I know for myself, my mother and aunt were both very important in my life. Both currently are in assisted living facilities. I have seen firsthand the needs that they have on a daily basis, the challenges, the trials, and the triumphs. As well, I have been privileged to be part of an increase in my relationship with them, resulting in great joy and happiness. Today, I would like to address the topic of elderly and physical safety, the elderly and mental emotional health, and the social well-being of the elderly in our own personal sphere, our communities, and our nation. Let's begin with the importance of physical safety. In our own personal sphere, we have those elderly people that we associate with on a regular basis. We can help promote their physical safety by making sure that in their physical surroundings, they have clear pathways to travel, that items they use on a daily basis can be easily reached, and things that they require are in good working order for their safety. The mobility of the elderly is a critical factor in their success and their ability to live a long and healthy life. In the journal article, Mobility and Aging, New Directions for Public Health Action, it addresses the importance of physical safety and mobility for the elderly, that they can have a successful and healthy life. First, it's noted that if there are limitations in walking and driving, it reduces the access to goods and services, which leads to poor health outcomes. As well, limited mobility is independently associated with health problems and injuries. Sedentary behavior, such as restricted or limited walking, is implicated in the etiology of obesity, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, poor cognitive function, and depression. As well, the article cites that older adults with mobility difficulties are less likely to have regular social contact. Within our communities and nation at large, we need to help make sure that the elderly have safe places to travel, that they can move and access the services they need. We can do this through maintaining a knowledge of legislation, considering these issues, and if there are problems in our own community, getting those problems reported to the correct people who can help fix them. Next, I would like to address the topic of mental and emotional health. The mental and emotional health of the elderly are another critical factor. Those elderly in our own personal sphere, we can help by having conversations about thoughts and feelings to see how they're truly doing. We can encourage intellectual pursuits that keep their minds strong and developing. And we can help them navigate an ever-changing world that is increasingly complex and often needs people to help decode complex situations and information. In helping to change the culture against aging, U.S. News and World Report in 2017 states, modern culture in America values the new and in the process pushes the old aside. We need to model respectful behaviors and attitudes towards the elderly. I once had a really good friend who, if anyone criticized someone who was older, especially the elderly, her response would be, "Oh, that's my grandpa. please don't say that about him. Or, oh, that's my aunt. I love her so much. Her message was so well sent and often well received. According to the American Psychological Association, 1 in 4 adults ages 65 or older experiences a mental health problem, and people 85 and older have the highest rate of suicide of any age group, says the National Council on Aging. As well, the director of the Stein Institute to Research on Aging states, the way we treat and take care of people, especially older people with mental health illnesses, is certainly an embarrassment and a shame to society. We can support good mental health care that is more than adequate and has easy and affordable access. For example, Intermountain Healthcare Systems, they incorporate a mental health screening automatically during any type of routine physical exam. As well, we can help to support legislation that provides these kind of services for the elderly. These services are critical to their happiness and progression. Last, let's talk about the importance of social connection and inclusion for social wellness in the elderly. We need to maintain social outreach to develop strong communication skills with those who are elderly in our personal sphere, with frequent and meaningful contacts that lets them know that we care and truly they are connected to the lives of other individuals. Also, we can even have very memorable phone conversations, remembering things that have happened in the past and even creating new memories. We must promote the social connection of the elderly. From the National Institute on Aging, part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, on research on social isolation, Dr. Steve Cole, director of the Social Genomics Core Laboratory, states, loneliness acts as a fertilizer for other diseases. The biology of loneliness can accelerate the buildup of plaque in arteries, help cancer cells grow and spread and promote inflammation in the brain, leading to Alzheimer's disease. Loneliness promotes several different types of wear and tear on the body. So encouraging social relationships and connections is critical. It is up to us to dignify the relationship of the elderly in our lives. In the article, The Health Benefits of Having and Being Grandparents, it states, for kids, grandparents provide stability, safety, wisdom, and fun. In return, caring for grandchildren can help stave off depression, boost social connections, and keep older adults mentally sharp. Research shows proven health benefits. As well, Anna Kubik, PhD and co-author of What Happy Women Do, states, friendships with older and younger people help broaden your perspective, which in turn allows you to have compassion and empathy in your day-to-day life. Truly, we need the elderly in our lives just as much as they need us. In closing, let's reflect on how our lives are enriched given our relationships with the elderly, those we know well and those that may come into our life in the future. Most of us can recall, recollect, treasure moments, even defining moments with those who are significantly older than ourselves. It may be a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or other role model who had a significant impact and helped to shape who we are through their molding and contributions in our lives. Now, together, more Americans will be on the collective journey of aging than ever before, changing the needs of our community and nation. Caring for elderly requires intentional time and consideration on our part. The physical safety, mental health, and emotional health, and social well-being of the elderly concerns all of us. As we teach by example what is truly important in our lives, what matters most, we teach those who will follow us as we care for those who have cared for us.